This episode actually is brought to you by. Welcome back to the Skill Builders Guild. Thanks again for watching. It's episode 23 of What's on the Bench Weekly. And if you're not familiar with What's on the Bench Weekly, it's where I take you through a bunch of projects or things that happen to be on the bench. And this week is a special week. It is brought to you by CowRC and their complete line of products. They sent me everything they make. It's a substantial amount of stuff, I'm not going to lie. There is so much, in fact, that I'm going to put together a package. Maybe even two, depending on how many things I can package together. And we're going to do a couple of little giveaways. But before we get into that, let's talk about CowRC and their entire line of products. They're really built around cleaning and maintaining your RC vehicles. And they make a whole bunch of stuff to help you do that. Anything from their Moo Clean, which is a, this one's pre-mixed. This is a heavy-duty strength part and chassis wash. This will do an excellent job of breaking up any of the grease or any of the dirt that may have accumulated on your truck or car. Works on both. Might even work on boats. Can't confirm. This is a great cleaner. There is a premix. There is also a concentrate as well. So if you've obviously want to do a lot of vehicles, that's the sort of product you're going to want to get right there. There are also a bunch of miniature sample size bottles. These are great for packing in your tactical hip bag or backpack, just to always have one with you on the trail. Just in case you need to do some heavy-duty cleaning. They also are very well known for their magnetic pit mats, and these are a godsend if you are working somewhere that isn't level, or if you are a clumsy oaf like myself. You'll definitely want to have one of these in your collection. Let me just show you how effective these are. Let's just say you're opening a small bag of metal screws. These are M4, but this will work with any metal screw, not stainless. Fiddle-dee-dee! I've dropped all of them, but now they're well contained within this mat, and because it's magnetic, they don't go anywhere. They stay right where they're put. So this is really great. Super easy to not lose stuff, especially me, because I am quite a klutz. There is an additional one, so that will make it into the giveaway pack for sure. Let's put these back because I will need these for another project at some point. They've also got Moo Clean here in a spray can. This is great for removing oil, grease, dirt. It'll even clean nitro from electric parts, so you can use that without damaging anything. Quite great. There's their Moo Slick. This is an industrial grade RC silicone protector. I use this all the time. I actually have a can right over here. I've been using this for years. It's fantastic stuff. It really does a good job of lubricating and cleaning, and it repels dirt. So it's not like a traditional oil that will just suck all that dirt right up into it. We've also got some of the hide wipes. These are like a industrial strength surface cleaner. These are multi-purpose. There is an abrasive side and a smooth side. So the abrasive side obviously for your more intense grime, and the smooth side for delicate surfaces like Lexan bodies, for example. They also sent along their full line of Bob Smith Industries premium adhesives. So we've got all of their CA Instacure. There's all types of different ones. There's extra super thin. There's extra thick, just the way I like it. There's also tire glue. There's also debonder for when you've made a mistake and need to undo some super glue. That's what that's for. There's also thread lock. There's also some epoxies. And what else? Oh, yes, of course. Their Utter Butter, which is unfortunately named, but fortunately a good product. This is a very heavy duty grease, and there is a lot of it in there. More than you will probably ever need. But that's a waterproof grease, probably like a dielectric or marine grease. And that is very good at lubricating gears, especially because you do not want water to get in there. I've got a ton of samples, so there will be a ton of those going in that give away box as well. For good measure, they also sent along their Jet Blaster, which is a very ominous looking blower. This is just to blow a lot of the excess dirt and grime off of your vehicle. I would not suggest using this indoors unless you like making dust or at least moving the dust around super efficiently. Probably best to use outside as a sort of a first step in your cleaning process. Okay, so that's everything. Oh yeah, they also sent along some of these handy little mini dot storage containers. These are pretty handy. They've got all kinds of little tiny, look at the size, that's tiny. That would be for your micro screws. Then they've got a bunch of other little like squares and such. You could really kind of load these up with just about anything, and everything stays put. Nice and locked down. You might notice some of the graphics by Freaky Skins, so that's pretty cool too. All right, so now that we've gone over all the things that they're including, let's get a dirty, filthy vehicle up here and do some cleaning. We'll do a little before and after, and you get the whole kind of sense of how great these products actually work. Tested by the Scale Builders Guild. All right, this is a perfect candidate, my Kyosho Ultima, which got used this summer at an event held by one of my friends on his little dirt track. This was an absolute blast. I love these vintage Riris. These are really so much fun to drive. It really does take you back to a simpler time with updated electronics. So you're running for more than 6 minutes, which is fantastic. It is quite filthy. I don't even really want to touch it. It's so dirty, but you can see that the A-arms up front there are caked with dirt and mud, and everything's got a nice fine layer of grime all over it. Even the wing is, turn this around here, even the wing is super filthy. So let's do a little before. There you go. And we're gonna hit this straight away with the blaster, the air blaster, to get a lot of the loose stuff off. I'm gonna do that outside, like I promised. Actually, you know what? For the sake of good television, let's do it indoors so you can see how much air this thing will actually move. Take the twist ties off because it's brand new. Proper maintenance of any RC is super important. It will add to the longevity of your parts, it will keep things clean, and when you bring it inside, your wife or significant other won't get mad at you for tracking a muddy, filthy vehicle through the house. And, you know, like most people, I store these on my bed. Well, that absolutely works fantastically. Holy cow. So that took most of the loose dirt off already. Man, oh man, and blew everything over too, which is fantastic. But you can see it's already substantially cleaner already. So let's get some of these surface cleaners out. Get most of this serious grime off. I am going to give it a soak with the Moo Clean. It's already pre-mixed and ready to go, so we're just going to give that a quick spray. Before I do that, I'm going to lay down some paper towel on my work surface so I'm not just putting all the dirt on my workbench. Even better. There we go. Smart thinking there, Matt. Thank you, self. Okay, so that's where there's a lot of grime, so we're just going to kind of liberally apply that. And we'll let that sit for a few moments. See, it's penetrating all that grime up at the front there. And now we can just go in there and just really kind of get in there, get all the nooks and crannies. If you have one available to you, you know what else helps is a nice firm chip brush. That'll help get a lot of this grime off as well. In fact, you know what else is a really nice piece to really get these things clean is a nice little brush. And I just happen to have one of those things right here. You could also use pipe cleaners. Those are really helpful as well. I'm just going to spray this brush, nice cleaning brush just like this. It's like a giant toothbrush for your RC car. Just going to give that a spray with some of the mixed cleaner. We can actually get into these crevices and just really clean out that muck. Especially around the shocks. That's a difficult area to get into with, say, like a paper towel. And having something like this brush really helps get into all those little crevices that you would not be able to reach otherwise. Okay, now that we've used Moo Clean and these hide wipes all over the car, you can see that there's a substantial change in the amount of cleanliness. There's no more caked on dirt. All the suspension parts are nice and clean, and that's where a lot of the breakages can occur and a lot of the wear and tear from just staying filthy all the time. So you remove all that dirt, you're gonna add to the longevity of your parts, and that's a no-brainer. You should be doing that. Now, we're going to use a little of the Moo Slick on all of the exposed suspension parts to keep everything lubricated and to keep that kind of dust-repelling layer on there. So in the future, it won't get as caked up as it did this time. And that'll provide a nice barrier against any future buildup. And there you go, a nice, clean, lubricated Kyosho Ultima ready for its next trip to the track. I will say that these CowRC products do work very well, and I have been a big fan for a long time. So my thanks, of course, to them for sending all of this product and for inevitably sending some of this product to you. All I need you to do is comment down below, and Rebecca will pick one of you at random to win a nice little CowRC Cleaning Products bundle, and we'll get a whole bunch of stuff sent out to you. Remember, there is no way I will ever ask you to pay for any kind of shipping costs or service charges or any of that nonsense. So if you get a message that says that you need to contact them on Telegram, that's an absolute scam. I will never do that. Okay, so stay smart out there. My thanks to CowRC for sending all this stuff along for another episode of What's on the Bench Weekly. There will be more to come, of course, and we'll certainly be doing a lot more projects in the coming weeks. We're getting close to the end of the year already, and for almost half the year I've been doing this show, which is pretty awesome. It's pretty cool. All right, that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you again next week.